Thomas and Percy's Egg-sellent Adventure. It was a busy day on the island of sooooooo. A baking contest was to be held at Kelstorp Road Station. One morning, Sir Topham Hatt came to the sheds. "There is going to be a special baking competition at Kelstorp Road," boomed the fat controller, "and I will need 2 engines to take the ingredients." Thomas and Percy piped up. "We can do it, sir," they peeped. "Splendid. But you two must be careful. You are carrying sugar, flour, butter, milk, and eggs. You must arrive before tea time." Thomas and Percy were excited. They couldn't wait to deliver their load. Sir Topham Hatt drove away. "I'm not sure why Sir Topham Hatt chose you two for the job," Gordon grumped. "He should have chosen a bigger engine to take the ingredients." "And why is that?" asked Thomas. "Because I am the pride of the line, and I don't mess things up," Gordon said grandly. "When have we ever messed things up?" Thomas asked. "There was the time you crashed fish into Salty," said Gordon. "And there was the time Percy hit me with barrels of oil." "Those were both accidents," Percy puffed. "Maybe so," Gordon grumped, "but they still happen." And with that, Thomas and Percy puffed crossly away. Thomas and Percy arrived at the docks. Frankie was unloading cargo from the ship. Percy buffered up to the train gently, but Thomas wasn't paying attention. He was thinking about what Gordon had said, and he hit the trucks with a bump. "Be careful, Thomas," Cranky cranked. "This is delicate cargo." "Sorry, Cranky," Thomas said. The 2 engines trains were loaded, and they set off. Thomas and Percy were puffing along when they saw a warning signal. Percy stopped with ease, but Thomas wasn't paying attention and stopped much too suddenly. He hit the barrier with a thud. A few eggs spilled out onto Percy. "Oh dear," cried Thomas. "Now some of the eggs won't make it to the baking competition." "I'm sure we'll still have enough by the time we get there," Percy puffed. Just then, Harvey pulled up. "You two will have to take a different track to get through here," he said. Percy puffed. "That will mean we'll have to take the track around the coast." Thomas and Percy puffed along the coastal track, when suddenly rocks fell all over the tracks. But Thomas couldn't stop. He slammed on the brakes. Luckily, no one was hurt, but Thomas's load was spilled all over the tracks. "Oh no!" Thomas puffed sadly. "Now we won't be able to make our delivery." Then Percy noticed another track. "What if we take that track over there?" And Percy asked. "Percy, you are clever," Thomas tooted excitedly. So the 2 engines went back to the switch and set off down the other line. Thomas and Percy puffed as fast as they could, but when they saw a red signal, Thomas paid attention and slowed down. Down the line, they saw Gordon pulling the express stopped at a signal. The 2 stopped to talk to him. "Gordon," Thomas said, "we need your help." Thomas and Percy explained that the track was blocked and that they needed help to clear the line. Gordon was happy to help, so the two set off, and Gordon went to fetch Rocky and clear the track. Soon, Thomas and Percy arrived at Kelsthorpe Road. The bakers went over to unload the trucks, but they were surprised to find broken eggs. "These eggs are broken," said one of the bakers. "How will we bake enough cakes for the competition now?" Suddenly, Thomas had an idea. "Instead of having a competition, what if we bake one big cake?" The bakers thought. "That's a splendid idea, Thomas." Soon, the cake was baked, and everyone waited for the cake to be cut. "This cake is dedicated to Thomas and Percy," said Sir Topham Hatt. Thomas and Percy smiled. "And now, dig in!" The celebration was a success. Everyone enjoyed the cake. Just then, Gordon arrived. "Well, you two, it seems you've done well. I was wrong about you two. Good job." And Thomas and Percy beamed from buffer to buffer.